Hi, everybody. It's Enlightened Up with Craig Shoemaker. That's me. Well, you already know that. It's not like radio where you're going, hey, I'm tuning the dial. You actually intended to come here. This was like an intention of yours, which is fantastic. Maybe you have an intention to enlighten up, find out some information on how you can get better with your life, also have some laughs. We have lots of that going on here. Yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian for many years, been doing it since high school and, still doing it, still bringing it, but now it has a little more purpose. I like to spread the word of the powers of laughter, the healing powers of laughter. They say laughter is the best medicine, so we're like, hey, open up and say, ha-ha. Have some laughs, have some medicine. We need it now more than ever. We're here to shift the consciousness of the world, one little podcast at a time. And we have great guests, and our guests bring it every single time. These are hand-picked guests. These aren't like somebody we see on a list and some publicist pitches them. No, we actually go for, well, I do. I go for people that I think are going to offer you what my intentions are, is to enlightenment, some light, some levity, and go a little deeper than most. This isn't just an inside the comics mind. This is inside the mind of people that are living a pretty high-level life and, are willing to explore, willing to go much deeper than the usual fare of, hey, your last project, tell me about it. None of that crap. We hope to be genuine and authentic and have a good time. Make sure you rate us and rank us and press all the buttons you need to that say something good, like a little smiley thing of a heart. Something that says you like us and spread the word and rate us and download us and all that stuff. It's called Enlightened Up, and welcome to the show. Today we have a guest that I don't know. I'm getting to know her. I'm going to get to know even better now. Courtney Scheuerman is our guest. Has a spelling, by the way, that freaked me out when I saw it. But it's just Sherman, like Sherman Tank. It's
just Sherman, yeah.
Or Sherman Lanes. That's a gig, by the way, in Michigan. I'll turn you on to it. It's a bowling alley in the middle of Michigan. One of my career highlights.
Nice.
Yeah, every joke I hear. It's a bowling lane. Pull that microphone a little closer to you. Awesome. And I'm so happy to meet you, kind of. We met at a gig.
We did.
And I've following you a little bit. Not like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Craig. Mm-hmm.
Not like stalky vibe, right. But like, I admire great comics, and you really bring it.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing it?
Thank you. About 9 years.
Oh, okay. It shows. Yeah. No. Did that sound wrong?
Thanks, Craig.
Wait. No. I meant it shows that you're a veteran.
Okay. All right.
Not it shows. Right. 9 years is a long time.
Well, I mean, not compared to you.
How many? Well, okay. Now I could consider that an insult compared to you, geezer. So love geezer. How long you been doing it? Yeah. Look at this. My articles. It's a sitcom waiting to happen. It's in sepia now. It looks like it was written in Civil War times. That was the New York Times. Sitcom waiting to happen, all those photographs. You believe that? Yeah.
I got to read this when we're done.
It never happened. Okay. So, yeah, I've been at it a long time. You've been at 9 years is a long time in comic life.
It is. Yeah. To stick with it. Yeah.
Yeah, to stick with it. And that is something to say, stick with it. Has there ever been a moment where you said, I'm not doing this?
This past year.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of COVID? And we got shut down pretty much.
We got shut down, but also I think like time away. I'm not done, but I definitely had those moments where I was like, what have I been doing?
Yeah.
What have I been doing the past 9 years?
This is good stuff. Come on. I'm just going to leap on this.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. I love when people have these self-admissions and self-evaluation, accountability. This is where I like to go in life, and I teach this in my course, by the way, an Enlightened Up course. Yeah. So you really did hit a point where you're going, really, is this worth it? Believe me, I've had this happen.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of surprising to me that it took me stepping away from it rather than like being in the hustle and being like, what am I doing? It took me stepping out of it to be like, why was I hanging out in a comedy club until 2 a.m?
Ooh,
you know what I mean? And then, I mean, even I've been sober for 2 years. Even after I stopped drinking, I was still doing that. Mm-hmm. So for a while I was like, oh, well, I was doing that because I was like hanging out, And then once I realized that wasn't why I was doing it, it just became like, I don't know. It just became its own thing. I was like, do I really need that?
It's a challenge. And then, and you hit that point in your life, and especially if you're in sobriety where you are really, really checking out your life, that's a full examination when you do that.
Yeah.
That's not an easy thing to do, is just quit drinking and working at nightclubs.
Yeah.
Let's add that to it. And being a psychopath comedian. All of those things lead to, that's the tough thing to examine.
Yeah.
And to go through. That's a process. And it's a daily process. You get a daily reprieve from your urge to drink.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I also think part of the reflection was, as a female getting older and doing this, for as long as I have, you're kind of thinking about like the end game. Like what do I want the next 10 years to look like? And in looking at that, I wasn't really sure. I just needed to like mentally sort some things out.
Yeah. I hear you. I retired at one time.
You did?
Oh, yeah. I had a retirement show. All the people that went to that show and paid extra for the retirement show, I'm sure they're angry with me, but I had a retirement show.
Now I see why you got this.
Why I got the horse's ass award. I had I just was done.
When was this?
About 5-6 years ago. I was done. I had processed it. I said goodbye to it. I cried. I really did think I was leaving. And then I realized I don't have any money. This is how I make my money.
Was that the reason?
I wasn't prepared to go. No, I did not come back because I had this urge, to tell you the truth. Yeah, it really was. This is what I do best. This is what I've crafted. This is what I make money with. This is my number one, source of revenue, which this year, boy, that was a rough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went back to wages that I made when I was just starting in high school. Yeah, this was a rough year for that. But so you got into self-examination, reflection. I love that word. So you're reflecting back and going, is this really worth it?
Yeah.
What is the end game? Have you scrutinized and analyzed what your end game is now? Is it different than what it was before?
Yeah, it definitely has shifted. My background is in theater. I'm a theater kid.
Me too.
I
Big time.
Oh,
big
okay.
time. Are you into musicals?
That's what I started
Oh my God.
in.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I had no idea. I loved you before, but now if you sing with me, if you'll be Eponine dying in my arms, I will stalk you. I will.
Yes. So,
I'm a Les Mis freak.
Okay. So before the age of 18, I did 48 productions. That's all I did.
West Side Story? Did you do that?
With my childhood. I did.
Oh.
I did do West Side Story.
Another one of my faves.
Yeah.
What's your favorite musical?
That's a hard one. West Side Story is one of them.
Most beautiful word and sound in the world I've ever heard. Maria. Maria, Maria, Maria. I just met a girl named Maria.
And suddenly that name will never be the same to me.
Maria. Say it loud and there's music playing.
You're really good.
Say it soft. It's almost like praying. I could go on and on. So you were in musical theater and you had a passion for it, and I understand that passion. I'd like to do musical theater more than comedy. I'll bet you would too.
Yes, I would.
Right?
But this is
Let's go do a play.
That's what I'm doing.
Let's produce a damn play.
I would love to do that.
You could have been the lead. I did I was the lead in a musical about comedians.
When?
I swear. Going to Broadway. We were rehearsing on Broadway.
Stop
We
it.
did it at the Kennedy Center in Washington. I swear to you. Nobody even knows this. I'm announcing this for the first time. Yeah, this is back in 97, 8.
Let's revise this.
97.
Let's revise it. Let's do it.
Hard time on the punchline. Boy, you better have guts. That was one of the... And amazing, the first place that you look. I found the jewel right before your eyes. I sang that to the female lead. Amazing. And she sang back to me. We did a little duet. It never went anywhere. It should have. Why don't we revive that?
Let's do it.
Since you could be the lead.
Yeah.
Now I'd have to play the damn father or some shit. I was like I wasn't an ingenue. Can you be a male ingenue?
Wait, when was this? How long ago was this?
I was an ingenue back in 97.
This was in 97?
Yes. And she became famous, by the way, the lead.
Who was it?
She had her own sitcom like 3 different times, and then she became famous she was in Orange County Housewives. You ever watch that show?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I have all of my friends are obsessed with it.
Oh, okay. Well, she was the lead in this
What's her name?
musical, Heather Page Kent.
Okay.
Heather Dubrow now, because she's married to the Dubrow, the plastic surgeon, has botched that show. She's the brunette on. Anyway, she has an amazing voice, and she was amazing. The first place. I still remember all the words, and it didn't go anywhere. We never made it to Broadway.
I'm gonna make you send me the script.
We need to revive this thing. I mean, I'm telling you, but it was basically a chorus line, which is another one of your favorites.
I played Val.
Oh my God, you're making me.
It's 10, looks 3.
You're making me fall for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll make.
Left the theater and called the doctor from my appointment to. Yeah.
I have crushes on that and golfers. Tell me you golf.
Oh no,
I call my wife and it's it. I file the papers. So you don't golf. Thank God. The attraction is over.
Good.
Well, oh my God. I just love musical theater. It literally sings to me. It hits me in my heart.
Well, so that's what through this time I've been working on a one-woman show.
Yeah, with music?
I sing in it, yes.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about me.
I got that.
So it's called Holding Court.
Holding Court.
Holding Court.
And there's got to be some little double entendre. I know it's not tennis. I know it's not family court.
Holding Court.
You don't have kids or anything like that, do you?
No.
Okay, married?
No.
Okay, all right. No. So we're back to, okay. So now holding court, what does it mean?
Holding court in my life, holding court in a room.
Okay.
And holding court, holding myself up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
So, you're the judge, you're the jury, you're the attendees.
Yeah.
You're the convicted, you're the innocent, you're all of it. So, and it's your story. And so tell me artistically, so you start with this, you start with you. Mm-hmm. So what's driving you to do this show? What's the driving force?
Well, I through this whole journey of, the sobriety and everything, and also kind of trying to figure out, walking away with like a theater degree and falling in love with stand-up and then kind of not knowing where to go from there. It's funny, you go on stage and you're talking about yourself and being honest and everything and doing stand-up, but I got lost in there somewhere of just like, now I'm a stand-up comedian and that's who I am now.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Part of it is in stand-up, there's an expectation of a punchline coming. With a one-person show, you can go much more. You can delve into the true character of you.
Yeah.
And the honesty and the authenticity and the vulnerability, all of those things. We really can't do that as much. You can do it as much when you do stand-up. There's an expectation.
Yeah.
Audience pays money. They're going, where's my punchline?
Exactly.
Wait a minute. You're talking about that subject? Oh, and they have their criteria. You can do anything you want in a one-person show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons it drives you?
It is. And really taking that, I love to watch something where I'm laughing 1 minute and crying the next.
Yep. Yeah.
And just the whole gamut of emotion. And that when I started writing it and was able to like let that out and go there and go to those places, I was I have to do this. Like,
it's cathartic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually is.
Cathartic, healing.
More about me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is. You're getting this stuff out.
Yeah.
In a very profound way, an artistic way, a creative way that most people don't have access to that. You're fortunate enough to have that.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't express themselves like that or even in that forum. Mm-hmm. That you're going to develop it in like a small theater.
Yeah. I mean, before the shutdown, I had planned to open it at the Odyssey Theater.
Oh, it's already finished.
Yeah. Well, it was finished, and then through this year, it's changed.
It evolved into something else.
There was no music in it before, and now there is.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll be front row, crying, singing along with you. You'll stop the show and go, excuse me, is there somebody else singing along with my song? I'll annoy you. I can't not sing.
So cute. I fucking love it.
I can't not sing. I love it. So I put it away. It's a long story, but I literally got the lead. I would never go out for theater when I was a kid because you'd be beaten up. I went away to college and I got the lead because they said you have a 5-octave range on what's that? I didn't even know. They gave me the lead and I literally got drunk and full on wet my pants. And that was the end of my singing. I wouldn't sing again.
Wait,
full
you got
on.
drunk at the performance?
Oh yeah, before to take the edge off, I got full on blitzed
For your show, for the
play. And it was Something's Coming from West Side Story. Oh, something was coming, all right. It was turned into Urinetown. It was not funny. It was horrifying. And I literally had beige pants that the spotlight was on the beige pants as they got darker, as the circle increased of the pee that was coming out of me. As I was trying to figure out the notes, it was Something's Coming from West Side Story, which is a very hard song for a male to sing.
Yeah.
And I was going, I was up and down, I was in and out, I just couldn't remember the words. And it's very tough lyrics, and it's whatever the case is, I wouldn't sing again.
That was your first time ever performing?
Yes, ever in front of people, singing in front of people. Yeah, that was the last. I couldn't do it after that.
Until you did the Kennedy Center.
Yeah, that's true. And even that, they had to have backup singers.
Really?
I was so nervous.
Oh, I want to.
Oh, they did. They had like a Greek chorus to help me out.
That's
I would
amazing.
go, amazing, amazing.
You didn't write this, did you?
No, no, I didn't. Actually, I take it back. All the comedians that participated helped write the show. Yeah, I mean, they kind of got free writing.
Yeah.
Because they would insert our stories and our bits. I'm going to introduce you to the playwright. Okay, remind me about this, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's something you literally could be the lead. Because that was the thing is they couldn't find. She was not a stand-up. You are.
Yeah.
She was the only one that wasn't a stand-up in the whole thing. So they had to make her into one, which, that
We've
wasn't
seen
her
that
strength.
done on TV.
Exactly. Right.
Makes me so
Some of
mad.
Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have problems with Mrs. Maisel? I have some. No, yes.
The part that I didn't get cast? No.
No, were you up for it?
I auditioned for it.
You did not.
I did, yeah.
Oh, you would have been a perfect Mrs. Maisel.
I thought so too. The writer is Cindy Sherman.
She's the writer? She's the
writer.
showrunner?
I don't know if she's a showrunner of it, but she wrote it.
And Cindy Sherman's a stand-up.
No.
Not?
No.
How is it so truthful? I mean, I won't say it's truthful.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wonder how that happened. She must have some stand-ups writing the show.
That would be interesting. I've never actually, I was
Yeah.
so bitter. I've never even looked at it.
I started watching it, and it was pretty good. And then it started to go down shtick town, which I'm not big on. I'm really into. That's the other reflection thing that happened for me is like done with shticky, done with fake, done with non-genuine. That's also what I teach in my course, by the way. I call it the GEF, genuine energy flow. We got to be in a genuine energy flow
Yeah.
to have the greatest creations happen when you're in that flow. Mm-hmm. And that sounds like that's what's happening with your theater piece is you're full on you
Yeah.
because you've done all this clearing.
Yeah. It feels like when I'm doing stand up, I'm still trying to get to that place.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I had Harlan Williams in your seat a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he like reamed me. No, he didn't ream me.
Reamed you about what?
No, because I was saying I have a thing. This is one thing again with theater shows. There's no, believe it or not, it's kind of weird, but there's no pressure. But I feel like there's pressure if people pay money for comedy because they're of the expectations I talked about earlier. And he was going, no, man, you go up. He goes, you kill. You just go up and don't have an act. I went, whoa. I was like scared talking to him about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
Well, I mean, that's hard for Harlan to say because his whole act is not having an act. You know what I mean? Like,
so he
his crowd
leans
work.
into that.
He leans into that.
Yeah.
And that, I mean.
And it's not your style or my style.
Right.
Yeah, but he was trying to say that should be your style. You should go up and take a chance and just go up and riff. I don't have that in me. I have to write my jokes.
Well, I mean, you definitely do. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, somewhat, but that's after they trust me and they see the good jokes, the ones that are well crafted. What's your process like when you're crafting a joke? What's it like? I mean, do you write a bit down? How does it work for you?
It's usually has to start from like a really real place.
Yeah. Such as, give me one recently. Take us through the process. There are a lot of people listening that, I love mentoring comics and creative artists and things. And there are a lot of people that are listening that are really wondering, they have writer's block. They're wondering what the process is like. So what's it like for Courtney? What do you come up with something? And What do you do?
Well, as we were just talking about the one woman show, that's really helped me like within the past year of being like, let's write from a real place. And then it has to come out authentic because I'm actually just being me. There's no like meh about it. Okay. So, this past year during the pandemic, I stayed with my parents for like a month and a half, and I haven't stayed that long with them, obviously in years, but
You moved back in with your parents?
I did. Yeah. That's a whole
there's some material.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yes, exactly. So
Like, are you over 30?
yeah.
Okay, so if you're over 30, you're moving back in with your parents.
It was in the middle of the pandemic.
Oh.
I was looking for a new place. My parents are here in LA.
Yeah.
So in between finding a new place to live, I stayed with them, and my mom and I's relationship became this whole different thing. I was just like, this is who you are. Like I didn't know.
You only knew her from the perspective of a young person being raised by her.
Yeah.
But now you're an adult.
Yeah. And as as we hung out more, I realized that there were so many things that like she didn't teach me growing up. I mean, my mom's a scientist. She was the first female criminalist for the LAPD. Like she's a badass.
Right.
Yeah. But just simple things where I'm like,
A lot of intellect, but probably not a lot of common sense.
yeah. Where I'm like,
Right.
yeah, how'd you
Like,
miss that?
how's a smart person be this much of an idiot? Like one of those things.
She's like, I was busy.
I said it, Mom. Courtney didn't say it. I said it. Okay.
She was like teaching me about the Big Bang Theory instead of like, well, I mean, in the bit, it's like I went down a list. So this was my process. I started taking notes on all the things where I was like, Mom never taught me that, And then, I mean, that's funny in itself, but it came from a real place.
Yeah.
And then working off of that. So kind of like finding a topic and then just building off of it.
And you build off it. Does it start with a line, an idea? It starts with a joke. What does it start with?
It started with the real idea that my mom.
So the premise is you write down.
I write down.
My mom is a very bright person.
Yeah.
Who's not very bright or something like that.
Well, no, the premise was, great mom, but like she missed the boat.
Right.
And then just went down the line.
And then you go right down the line. You
bringing
come with
down-
examples. And
Yeah.
so the truth is what's funny. That's the
truth is
funniest stuff. It's always what's true.
Yeah.
People identify with it.
Yeah.
They're in the audience going, oh my God, I felt that before.
Yeah.
Or I never want to feel that again. There's some empathic response that's going on. That's the connection we have with the audience. That's the thing that I did miss when I retired, by the way. When I retired from stand-up, is I did miss that connectivity.
How long
that
did
takes
you
place.
retire for?
I made it 9 months
Oh my
before the money ran out. The money ran out. I was, oh my God, what am I going to do? I mean, I didn't plan for this retirement. My next retirement, I'll plan for it. But now that I've been retired basically for a year because of COVID,
Right.
now I'm like, meanwhile, my family wants me to go back on the road.
Oh, I'm sure.
My wife is my agent now. She booked me.
Is she?
No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. She's the one booking me. Go, really? He'll take half. I mean, it's like that. Get rid of this guy. My whole family, they want me to get out of the house because I never spent that much time at home.
Yeah.
As this.
That must be a shock.
Yeah, it's a shock for all of us. And I am used to connecting with strangers.
Yeah.
Have you ever had, what's it like being a female? They always say you shouldn't divide. Yes, of course you can divide it. It's a female, male comedians. We have different experiences,
It's a very different experience.
Of course it is. And I have empathy for women comedians, not in a sympathy way, but in empathy way. There are different things. Like going on the road is different.
Yeah.
You don't feel as protected as a man would, right?
There are jobs, and I mean, I would say I'm a feminist, but there are jobs where it's different for a man and a female, like a female truck driver or a female, trash woman. That they're different. Sanitation.
Right. You don't have to be politically correct.
Okay, cool.
She called you garbage, people. Okay, she called you garbage. All right. So if you're out there, if you literally have us in your headphones right now and you're chucking a can into your dirty old truck,
garbage people.
Garbage people. That's for you, men. No women will do that job. Even if you are a woman listening right now, okay, just quit the job. It's not your job.
I've never even seen a female, so
that's true. There aren't many, but listen, it's a job for everyone, and so is comedy a job for everyone. It's just a little more difficult.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit like it does. It is a guys network. You literally refer to it, I saw these guys last night at the show. You might have been on the show, but you're still called a guy.
Yeah.
But it's an energy too of more of a male energy, the resentments, the anger, the angst.
Lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just said it myself of being like, I'm a woman, and it's like, is this the life I want to be living for the next 10 years? So,
Do you feel like you have to be twice as good as a guy?
No, I've never had that feeling.
Really?
Twice as good as a guy?
Well, you do.
No. You got to be twice as good as anybody, actually.
That's true. Yeah. If you want to stand out, you got to be. Well, you were. We were on a show together. I never met you before, but probably 15 people, and you stood out to me. I'm going to give her a call and see what's up.
Oh, thank
you. Brought it.
Thanks.
So that's the one thing I want to encourage you. I do mentor people, but unsolicited mentoring.
Yeah.
I would say keep leaning on your passion and your commitment when you're on a stage. You can tell that you have performer chops. Way before the 9 years of comedy, you already had these chops. And I'd say lean into that.
Yeah.
That's what separated you from me is like a lot of people have great material. Some people have pretty good delivery, but you did it with passion, commitment. You put your body into it. You put your whole self into it. So I'd say keep going with that.
Thank you. No, that means a lot. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Had you ever heard of me before, by the way?
Yes.
Or we never met?
Yeah, we had never met. But
Okay,
when,
good. All right.
And I had never been on a lineup with you. You're
Right.
just kind of one of those like mythical creatures.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't. That was one of my first times in years, by the way, that you saw me. I was so nervous.
Oh.
Backstage, I was nervous. I'm just not in the club. It felt weird to me.
Yeah. Mark
And
actually.
Jill Kimmel brought me there as my backstage sponsor. She coached me on how to be a human being amongst comedians.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I'm not kidding. I'm so insecure. I mean,
I would never know that.
really? No. Oh, I was shitting myself even on stage.
Yeah, and
I don't do short sets.
What you don't realize is that all of the comedians, I can speak for them. So Mark Saratella,
Yeah.
we're good friends.
Oh,
and,
yeah?
and Charles.
Yeah.
They asked me to come early to help because Mark wasn't going to be there that night. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes,
I
I
walked
do.
in like, how can I help out?
Yeah.
But
I remember that. Yeah.
Mark texted me and was like, I got Craig Shoemaker. Like and he's like, I'm so mad I'm not going to be able to be there tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny because when I texted him
from
from Jill, I said, I don't know if you know who I am or my name is Craig Shoemaker. So I don't assume anything. I go backstage. I don't think anyone knows who obviously I know Harlan for years, but I met you that night and you were helping out.
Yeah.
But then when they introduced you, you became a different person. Do you find that you almost channel a different person, a different energy when you're on the stage? You're completely different.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know that.
Yeah.
It's like an extra gear that you kick into.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Like, oh, you seem shy, and then it's like I step on stage, and it's like there's a time and place.
You're a little shy. Do you think you were less shy when you were drinking? Do you think that they call it drinking courage, or alcohol is drinking courage?
No.
Did you find yourself no? Mm-mm. And how are you doing with sobriety and comedy? Do you find yourself more artistic, more free, or do you find yourself in a dicey territory?
I think I chose to stop drinking at a really good time.
Yeah. Anytime's a good time if you're drunk.
It's a good time, absolutely.
It's always a good time.
No, but I mean, in terms of, I think it's kept me. I don't want to go and hang out. I don't want to deal with the malarkey. No. And I think drinking clouded my judgment of what it was to be a stand-up. It was like I gotta go hang out. I gotta be a part of it. I gotta.
Another reason you didn't see me. There you go.
Yeah, and the drink in hand.
Malarkey.
Just total malarkey.
Jill Biden? Joe Biden uses malarkey. So, malarkey here. You're a bunch of malarkey. You can walk backstage, it's malarkey. Yeah, I absolutely, that's a big reason for not also, I don't want that hang.
Yeah.
If that's what it takes to make it, I've always said I don't want to make it in that direction. Make it in my own direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've also watched comedians kiss the ass of bigger comedians. Could never do it.
I have.
And they've succeeded by doing it.
I know.
Yeah.
I have trouble doing that as well.
Yeah, it's hard.
Especially not drinking because I can't fake the insincerity.
Right.
And that.
Right. You could do that better, though, with alcohol.
Like, yeah.
So are your performances better now that you're sober?
For me, they are.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not asking anyone else. Hey, Gordon.
I feel they are.
Gordon, do you think our performances are bigger or better?
He's never seen me.
I know. That's the joke. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I found that I was frightened when I got sober many years ago.
What, was it 9 years?
9? No. Decades.
Oh, okay.
I'm decades sober.
Oh, okay.
I got sober very young.
Okay.
And put my time in, and I never thought I could do it without drunk, high, something, coked up, whatever it was. I thought it was over. And I didn't realize it was just beginning.
Yeah.
I then became the creator that I was meant to be. Less phony, less lying, cheating, stealing, all of that. It all became clear. You know, now I had a pathway to go down. So now I can offer that to people with truth, which is the key to comedy, is truth. Yeah. And when you are in that, you're almost hiding when you're doing the alcohol. You're hiding. Mm-hmm. It's not truthful. It's a phony self, right?
Yeah.
So if our goal is to be true self, there you go. So that was the first time I chipped away at that. I didn't get sober because of that, but I ended up having really good sets at first. I was shocked. You know, I was going, wow, this is much easier than I thought it would be. Yeah. Did you find that to be the case?
I did. Yeah. Yeah. That was
strangely enough, right?
Strangely enough.
Yeah.
I didn't really have, I wouldn't go on stage really intoxicated. It was more of drinking like for the hang after.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I definitely was on stage drinking. That wasn't,
no, I know what you mean. Not drunk.
Yeah.
Not sloppy. Same here.
Yeah.
You know, as a matter of fact, pot, it was horrible. Pot, I was terrible when I was stoned. I thought I was funny.
I could never.
I was with my buddies.
I could never.
And I thought I was a genius. And I'd write it down. And you'd find this, you read the note the next day, Schmegma sculpture. What the hell does that mean? Oh, it killed you the night before. Schmegma sculpture. Oh my God, that is brilliant. You got to use that in your act. All the stuff that we come up with when we're stoned, but put it on stage. Oh no, I was paranoid because I'm already paranoid, and now there's people looking at me.
Yeah,
all these people, so that was a rough one. I never good at that. And you didn't do that either.
Oh yeah,
smoke pot and go on stage.
No, I'm not good on pot. I'm not good with pot.
Oh, you're the same way. Yeah.
I
can't stand though in sobriety. I have all these people, almost like pushers, telling me pot's different now. It's like
it's worse.
No, they're telling me you can pick your high. You can pick what you want it to do to you.
Right.
This one will do your laundry. It's like, oh, really? Massage me? I love a foot massage. This one gives you that. So I'm like, it's tempting.
Yeah.
Even all these years with nothing from the neck up, it's very tempting. And obviously comedians love their pot.
Yeah, no, I'm not in that lane. I've never been on stage.
No. Really?
No, I mean, the school I went to, it was the thing.
Pot was the thing?
Yeah. I went to Berkeley, to Cal.
Oh.
So, I mean, everybody there was,
That's stoner heaven.
Yeah, and I tried for a month to get into it, and I want to go to sleep or eat, and that was it. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember Bill Maher took me, I was emceeing back east in Baltimore on the harbor, and I introduced the first act. I killed opening the show. I introduced the act. He's on stage. I go outside. Bill Maher goes, here, hands me a joint, and I go, yeah, this isn't really doing anything for me. I went nuts. And I'm going, oh my God, I have to go back on stage. And I had another 20 minutes to do.
Oh God, no.
And I was out of my mind, so paranoid. They're all looking at me. But thank God I had a bit called Celebrity Smoking Pot. I have never been so good at it. I truly became a Stanislavski method acting. I fully got into Curly from the Three Stooges stoned as I never had before. So I did get past it, but never again could I ever smoke pot and go on stage.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, in your not drinking, how many shows have you done since you've been sober? Have you done a lot?
Yeah.
And you're in the groove now. You definitely do not need to take the edge off.
No.
Oh, this is good for people to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah, that crutch and that why I said I think it's a good time that I came to this realization that I wanted to stop drinking. Luckily for me, I was also at a point that I was confident enough in myself that the first time I went up and it went okay, and I was like, hey, no, I'm fine.
Yeah. Lock that in.
Then I could lean into that. Yeah.
Lock it in and lean in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's frightening. Well, to get on stage is obviously frightening. Comedy is frightening anyway, and we take the edge off. But now we're left truly naked. I always say you're naked up there. Yeah. We don't have a drum set behind us, drummers or makeup people and props and all of that. Don't you find now, you've been in musical theater for years, don't you find that stand-up is the most creative of all the arts?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. I'm not just saying this because we're comics.
No, I know. But it's also, one of the reasons when I kept this past year when I was sitting with myself, like, why am I doing it? And it's like, because I fucking love it. It's not.
Right.
And I'm sure it's why you came out of retirement, even though you're saying it's for
No, it was the money. No, I do love I'm back to loving it again.
Yeah, but if you had gone more, if you had gone like a year and a half, it would have started creeping in there of like, I don't think comedy is something you ever have to retire from. Because because
it's true.
It's that calling. It's that.
Well, not only that, you can do it in real life without getting paid too. Love making people laugh. There's that element as well.
Right.
I mean, truly, it's like being a doctor and saying, "I have the cure for your sprained knee.
Yeah,
I've got it." You know what I mean? And I love to help your knee get better. Whatever it is, we have a gift that we share, and it is tough to tamp that down.
Yeah, well, and I think as far as creativity goes, I have a couple bits that I've tried to make like really personal and really raw and like in some way, like the actor in me is like, try to send a message. It is. Right. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but I have this bit. It's like, it evolved into like 10 minutes of material on my sister. My sister's adopted. She really is. And, we had this tumultuous relationship growing up, and now she's my best friend. We're extremely close.
Oh, that's so cool.
But the full circle is that I used to harass her and taunt her as a child about her being adopted.
She's younger.
She's older. She's
older.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's 11 months older. And it came full circle in that, like, now the joke's on me.
You had a healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This took your process first to have the healing, not her.
Exactly.
Right. She didn't do anything different.
Yeah, she didn't do any different. But also you grow up and you realize, like, I was just being a mean little kid. Like, I didn't know what adoption was.
Sure.
And in talking about this, because I make fun of it so hard and I make fun of her on stage, at the end it comes full circle. I was able to find a closer where it's like, she won.
Yeah.
And, she's actually like the winner in the family. Mm-hmm. And for me, it was really cathartic to be able to write this and to be able to perform that and to be able to get that message across, to get a message across.
Yeah.
The writing of it, the performing it, all of it, which there's no other art form where you're going to be able to do that.
No, there isn't. And there's nothing more vulnerable, revealing, process-filled, in-depth, anything. You cannot get to that point except for stand-up comedy. Yeah. That's why it really, really bothers me that people are so quick to cancel us, so quick to jump on a joke, so quick to go back in your past and find something, a peccadillo or something you did wrong.
Yeah.
Different person today than you were 2 days ago. Right?
Yeah, well, that's actually really funny that you bring that up. So over quarantine, the Laugh Factory reached out and they're like, "Can we post a clip of your stand-up?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't even ask what clip it was. Just said, "Yeah."
Okay.
And I mean, they tape every set, so I was just like, "Sure."
Okay.
So they posted a bit, like 30 seconds of the stuff on my sister, which is just tearing my sister who's been adopted, tearing a new asshole. They're mean. Like, they're mean jokes.
And it never gets to the resolution that you were
Right.
just talking about.
It never
It
gets.
just leaves the audience with, what a mean bitch.
Yes.
Right.
And there's like 600
Wow.
comments. And,
Wow.
you horrible. You're disgusting. And I'm literally like, it's the nicest bit. It's like, and it starts.
Right.
It starts with me saying, I was such a mean little girl. And then it's like, I said these things.
Did they cut you out on that too?
They cut all that out.
Oh.
So it's just me being like, fuck people that are adopted. It's horrible.
Cringing. You're cringing.
I'm cringing.
Watching it, cringing, watching the comments. Want to defend yourself?
Yeah.
How horrible
I
is
did.
that?
I know. I tried. Some of they're like, I have an adopted daughter, and if she ever ran into you, and I messaged the woman, and I'm like, please watch the full set.
Right.
I'm actually praising adoption, and I work for the Big Brothers and Sisters Association.
I hate when we have to defend ourselves in life, period, especially when you're out there and you're putting yourself out there.
And being honest and being
By the
like,
way,
look, I was such a little, I was the shit.
It's things like that, though. Another reason I retired. I didn't want to subject myself to that. Sure.
Were you getting...
Well, who wants to be subjected to any criticism like that?
Yeah.
Where people jump on things with assumptions and assessments about your character based on a tweet, based on a joke, based on a series of words that you put together that they did not understand the intent. No one's finding out the intent. No one's saying, oh, I missed on the joke. No, they're just going to attack. I don't like being attacked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're almost like, well, you deserve it because that's the business you're in. Really? That's what I showed up for? Right? I showed up. So that's part of the business?
Have you ever had this? Have you
Had what?
like had a situation
Attacked?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Without mercy.
Really?
I'll go back on my Twitter. I mean, I get in battles with people. Yeah, if you upset someone, that's the thing with cancel culture. I want to do a bit about this, about people are accusing the other of being the cancelers. They both parties, the right and left, are both equally as guilty. They both whine and whine and whine. Yeah. Donald Trump, why don't you go after Joe Biden? Oh, war on Christmas. You have a war on Christmas. You whiny little shits. And the liberals going, you're anti-vaccine. Put a mask on. True. You can't say that. People are going to die. Shut the fuck up. All of you.
And we'll end on that.
That's the thing is I just want to tell people, all of you, shut the fuck up. You don't know my intentions. My intentions are to make you laugh, think, evolve.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the things that we can do as comedians, and that's why I think we should all be together. Yeah. That's what I also don't like about stand-up. Another reason. I'm listing all the reasons I got out. By the end of this episode, by this podcast, Courtney's going to go, I'm back to out of here after talking to this veteran of comedy.
I know. I came to you for advice.
I gave you a little. I said, lean in on your passion because you're very good and very talented, but I have nothing else good to say. No, I'm just kidding. So how do your parents receive you doing stand-up?
They're the most supportive people. Yeah.
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Well, I worked as a kid. I've been in entertainment since I was a child, so that.
Are you not telling me something? Is there something for your? I didn't look you up, by the way.
No.
I do no research on that. Were you like some freaking child actor on Just the 10 of Us or some shit?
No. Okay. I didn't. My parents.
8 is enough. No, nothing. Okay.
No. I did some work on Nickelodeon, but
you did.
Yeah, my parents were very adamant about me. Like honing my skills and going to school.
I'll bet you have a little resume, don't you? Do you have an IMDb from when you were a kid?
They didn't have IMDb.
No, I'm saying if I look this up, am I going to find shit on there? She was on Nick Rocks or whatever. Come on, you did something. I can tell. I can tell in your eyes you're hiding something from me about your past. You did stuff on television. You grew up in L.A.
Yeah,
right?
Mostly theater. Yeah, like I said, mostly theater.
Not a lot of TV. Did you have an agent as a kid?
I did, yeah.
Okay. So you must have done something. I must have seen a commercial or something like that, right?
I did stuff here and there, yeah, but nothing big.
Folks, I wish we had interactive right now. You'd be typing in, she's full of shit. I just looked her up. And once I've learned how to spell her fucking name. By the way, have you ever thought about that, changing your name?
Oh, yeah. It was like one of the biggest things. So I'm
going to advise you to change it. Change it. Just do Sherman.
Yeah, that would really
I had to
help
do a
my
thing. I had to do
career.
a thing with our producer, Gordon. I had to go, listen, behind her back, find out her name and whisper it to me before we go on.
Oh, he came up. He's like, how do you pronounce
I just
her
dimed
name?
us out, Gordon.
But you took the fall for it. I like it.
He took the fall, but now I'm taking the fall. It's a
Everyone
hard
says that.
name. It's
But now you're going to remember it.
It's like,
If I was just Sherman like the tank, you wouldn't remember it.
oh, I sure would. I remember more than freaking out going, I have a guest, I don't know how to say her name. I'd much rather have the Sherman thing. How come you kept it with Scheuerman?
Because that's my name. What do you mean?
I don't
what
give a
keep
shit
it?
if it's your name. You change it. You change your damn name to help people to find you. You're going to double your Instagram if you change your damn name.
I don't need it. If they don't want to put in the effort.
Oh, I love how confident she was. I don't need it. What do I need that?
No,
shade
my
to-
agency growing up, it was like they said they gave me a list of options. My parents were like, "Fuck you."
Oh, your parents did the fuck you,
Yeah.
which you carried on the legacy of your
Yes,
parents
damn
of the fuck
straight.
you. I'm not changing my name.
Yeah.
I thought about changing mine 100 times too.
Oh, I thought you did.
What? Well,
Oh, Shoemaker was actually.
well, actually, Ellis Island had changed, was Schumacher, and I have a whole bit in my act about I hate people still call me Schumacher. It's spelled Shoemaker and always has been, by the way. I didn't change it.
Okay.
But still, I thought about changing it to something that they could remember.
And Schumacher is
What?
what's your heritage?
It's like Swiss, some
Okay.
shit like that.
Okay.
I have a bunch of
Because we
heritage.
changed it. We dropped letters.
That's a drop letters? There's like 19 vowels.
There's
I'd
an
like,
extra N.
I'd like to buy a consonant.
It's German. Sharman.
Right. I figured that out.
Yeah. NN.
What's
But we
that?
dropped- there was NN. We dropped an
You
N.
did the double N?
Yeah.
Robert Hartman also, a little trivia for you, the owner of the Improvs or former
Yeah.
Levities and all that. He had a double N on there too. Yes. Just thought it. He changed it as well. He's not even a comedian, for God's sakes, needing a following like you with triple vowels in a row. You're just missing the umlaut. Did you have an umlaut at one time too when you were growing up? God, we would have been in homeroom together.
We would have, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right next to one another. Damn.
so funny.
I was only born 100 years before I was. Now, the other thing is, speaking of homeroom, that you told me this before. We buried the lead on this one. Who you went to high school with.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said I have different opening acts, of which you're opening for me coming up. I'm looking forward to it.
June 10th.
A lot of pressure you're under. A lot of pressure. The Shoemaker opening act. By the way, there's quite a list that you will be on.
Of your opening acts?
Yes, my friend,
it.
just to tell you a story, I have a famous friend. I'm not going to say her name. I'll tell this story some other time. But she actually literally said, if you sleep with me, I have the Midas pussy, is what she said. You sleep with me, it's gold, and you will turn into a famous person. And the list is unbelievable, her list.
Man, that's
But she
really
decided to have no sex with me, so that's why I'm still not famous.
funny. You know, I have to know who it is.
Oh, I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
It's a great story. There's much more to it. But and she remained famous for years, but I never got the Midas pussy. I remember when we split up. I was happy splitting up because I didn't think we should continue. It just wasn't going to work out. We were friends, and then we were dating.
Oh, wait, yeah, you missed that part. You guys dated.
Yeah, we dated.
You dated,
But she
never
announced
slept with you.
that the same day she announced I'm a born again virgin, she told me I have the Midas pussy, which really fucked me up.
Oh.
So, yeah, and I'm going, if I get the Midas pussy, I'm going to be out of the Chuckle Hut.
That sounds like a tease.
That was a total tease. But I've decided not to have sex until I'm married. Anyway, so these other guys, they Oscar winners and everything else, all from they got the Midas. Yes. So now I'm going to give you one that I have.
Okay.
I'm not the Midas dick, but none of these people have I slept with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually known for never sleeping or even flirting with female comedians. One of them, Whitney Cummings, used to open for me.
Nice.
Apparently she went on Rogan. He said all the headliners hit on you. She goes, they're the only one that never did. Craig Shoemaker.
I love that.
I want to call her though and say I'm ready now. You filled out nicely. My wife cut me off in COVID, so I'm gonna chase Whitney. But no, Whitney, Dave Chappelle when he was 14,
Jesus.
and Judd Apatow used to send me like mixtapes. I still have them, just to kiss my ass to get jobs, to open for me. We'd drive out to Fresno together, and so Judd Apatow. So there's a long list of people that ended up becoming famous. So this could be your big break, working in Thousand Oaks at the Los Robles Country Club outdoors on a putting green It all starts there, baby.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I love it.
Who have you opened for? Do you have famous people that you open for? You definitely won't have me on this list. I'm looking for, like, who have you opened for, like, on the road? Have you ever done road work with anyone?
Steve Trevino was the first guy to take me out.
Good guy.
And then Bobby Lee.
Oh, nice.
Opened for Bobby Lee for a couple years.
A couple years?
Yeah, I mean, here and there spots. He's like you. He has his rotation, but,
Oh, okay. As his rotation?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like working with women.
Yeah.
This is so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what, to be honest, I really get that same vibe as Bobby of just like, he's like, I know how hard this is. Let me teach you a thing or two.
Oh,
so,
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
been through it too.
Yeah.
He's been through some other struggles off stage as well.
And really honest about everything,
good.
Which is
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it takes. It really takes that kind of honesty, as you know.
Yeah.
To get better, to recover, whatever it is. Yeah, you got to be honest. You just can't. That's the thing with show business is it's a lot about image and what people see.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part that people have difficulty getting honest, because that means you're going to be telling people, oh, that projected image I showed you, it wasn't true.
I know.
That's a tough one, especially when you start to get fame. It's why people famous, die from addiction and everything else.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to reveal themselves. They don't want to get vulnerable like that. I've seen it happen with a number of people. I won't name those names, but there's a long list of people that I was friends with and, things like, but they can't get it.
Yeah.
They just can't get that aspect of it.
Yeah.
So you went to high school this is where I was going with this. I said, hey, one of my opening acts, because we have this one coming up at Thousand Oaks. Go to my website, by the way, if you want to see Courtney with me, CraigShoemaker.com, not Schumacher. So Samatha Hale, I mentioned her name to you.
Yeah.
And you said, oh, yeah, we went to high school together. Holy shit. That was random.
Yeah.
There's like 10,000 high schools out there, and you happen to be the same one as Samatha and another comedian.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Same class?
No. So I actually went to junior high with Samatha as well.
No.
Yeah.
So you guys go way back?
Yeah.
Was she in theater as well?
She was.
Well, she's from a showbiz family, obviously.
She's from a showbiz family, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we lived in the same neighborhood. We went to Hale Middle School and then El Camino.
What did you say, Hale Middle School?
Hale Middle School, yeah.
It was named after her?
That's so funny. Didn't even think about that.
You didn't think about it?
I did it.
It's the first thing I thought of. I thought you either made a mistake or it was named after the skipper from Gilligan's Island, which is her grandfather. Hale Middle School? We're going to have to call her right now.
Was
that named after you? I had no idea.
I've never even thought about that. That would be so insane if
Let me tell you something, Courtney. It's the first time in this interview and knowing you that I disrespect you for not even thinking about that. for that to not even cross your mind.
It didn't.
100 years. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. Her name's Hale. Have you noticed?
Yeah, no, I get it.
You get
it, Craig.
Oh, I see a wound and I'm going to go pick at it. So, you two are the same age.
She's a year older.
She's a year older.
Yeah.
And then you had another one who turned out.
Tiffany Haddix. Yeah.
Tiffany Haddix.
Yeah.
Who was like megastar.
Yeah. So I also opened for her as well.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a little problem with her, not from her personally, but something that happened.
What? I'll text her right now.
No, oh, please do.
What did she do?
She didn't do this on purpose.
What?
I don't even know if she knows who I am. But I had a business manager for 33 years. I'm a very loyal person.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I stick with people.
Amazing.
My friends are from kindergarten. I just did a TV show with a guy from third grade. I mean, this is who I am. She got Tiffany as a client, basically kind of because of me, because I got Alonzo with her. I was her first comedian.
Okay.
She built her roster, business manager, handles all the bills and all that. And I always touted her, told everyone about her. Alonzo went with her, John Heffron, a whole bunch of people, right? Chris Spencer's with her. So Alonzo introduced her to Tiffany. So Tiffany signs with her. That's the end of me. She dropped me. Swear to God.
No.
Would you rather deal with Craig Shoemaker and his ex-wife and the payments and the fights in court, or Tiffany Haddix get on a private plane to go to the Bahamas? Which would you choose?
Oh,
so I get it. I get it. Not happy.
That's did she drop everybody?
Indirectly, Tiffany is the reason that my beloved business manager is not my business manager and close friend. In the fires, I stayed with her.
I don't think I'm going to text her about this one.
No?
She's pretty busy.
I know she's busy. Believe me, I know she's busy. Yeah. There's nobody busier.
Yeah.
Is she older or younger than you?
She's 6 years older.
Oh, she's older. Okay.
Yeah. So we actually weren't, she was at school with my brother, and she competed in the D-Task drama festivals, which I also competed with Samantha as well.
Oh.
But she competed in monologues, and I competed in monologue. So she actually, I used to watch her tapes in junior high because you get to perform at Paramount Studios, the winners do.
Wow.
So yeah, I've known her since I was a kid.
She's kind of hot, by the way.
Yeah, she's great. I mean
hot looking.
Oh, I know.
I'm a little attracted to her.
Yeah. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
She's just got this energy about her.
She has a great energy about her. So I'm okay with her stealing my business manager away from me.
Wait, but you didn't say, did she drop everybody?
No. So I'm taking it personal.
Are you sure that's the reason?
Well, it's definitely one of the reasons.
The timing.
Why in the hell does she have to struggle with me? I make way less money than I used to. I used to make a lot of money back in the day. Yeah. So I was her guy. You know, I mean, she'd do anything. Yeah. And Lorenzo Lamas was her other big client. So I don't know if you even know who that is. Lorenzo Lamas, does that name sound familiar?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, he was on top of the world back then. He was like on a motorcycle. What was that stupid show? He had a mullet. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he was big private planes and everything. But he's probably gone too. So, wow. Yeah, because we're annoying to her now. You know, she has all this money coming in from Tiffany Haddix, and literally is on private planes. So why deal with me? So anyway, I got dropped. So tell Tiffany to tell my business manager I said hello. I called her the other day to invite her to a show in Palm Springs. Now she has a new home in Palm Springs. It's all Tiffany Haddix. But I kind of led to it. So that's another thing, I told you all these people opened for me. So, I kind of like led Tiffany to have her a great business manager now.
Yeah.
She has other big clients as well. Oh my God.
Now, after Tiff?
Yeah, she got even more. Yeah, and once she started with the big time, So she started with Shoemaker. I got her some good ones, some high level, but now it's like exploded. So homes in Palm Springs and.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a business manager, by the way?
No.
Okay, I was going to recommend her to you. If she would have taken you, then I would have known it's personal. So you never had a business manager handling your money?
No, I don't make enough money to do that.
Yeah, that's what they told me in the beginning, but it really is convenient. Alonzo thanks me to this day because they act like a personal assistant. We don't do that well unless you do.
No, I don't.
That's stuff that you need to do, like living.
I that's like something I really have been like trying to break the idea of. Anybody I meet who's like, you're a comedian, like they think we live this life that is so different than the reality of what's actually going on. Oh, it's
way different than people think.
Yeah.
Now, what is your life like? Single woman? Are you a single woman?
I'm in a relationship, a new relationship.
You're in a new relationship? Mm-hmm. Okay. Straight? You're straight? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta ask.
You gotta ask.
Yeah, I'm all about that. My
You also have to ask my pronouns.
No, okay.
She and her.
Okay, she. Dear God, I'm like fuck it. If I say the wrong pronoun, I'm sorry.
I know. No, that's it. It's just it's not about you. It's about I don't want to fuck it up.
Right.
Like I don't want to offend anybody.
Right. So our intention
so weird to say as a comedian.
Our intention is not to offend.
Yeah.
You have to understand that we're being educated in the world on certain things. So I'm like some old fuck that wants to stay the same. It's just like sometimes it's hard to learn new things.
Yeah.
Teaching an old dog new tricks. Yeah. It's a new trick to say they. I can't even do it.
Or it.
No, don't tell me. I can't call someone it. I grew up with the Addams family's cousin it. I can't call someone it.
I think it is an it.
Oh, stop. Is it really?
They, it.
Who keeps track of this shit?
Yeah.
Is there like a person in charge that comes up with this?
I don't know.
What's correct and what's not?
Yeah. There's police out there.
That's why I'm going after them, by the way, the political correct people. I'm going after them because they have no leaders. Well, we are the leaders.
We
the
are
comedians.
the leaders. Yeah. Until we're not.
So Tiffany Haddix, you opened for her on the road?
No. I mean, she hasn't been doing like road dates.
No?
The road stuff she's been doing is with the They Ready. She produced 2 specials on Netflix, They Ready, which is also another, Ida Rodriguez.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, so Ida's a close friend of mine. She was on the They Ready special with Shantae Waynes, and
Okay. So is They Ready?
she's taking
Like
out
she's
They
taking
Ready.
people who are there. She's saying, hey, they're ready for their break.
Well, you know her tagline is "She ready,
Okay.
she ready." No,
All right.
Okay.
So that's what she's saying. She's, these are, and they're only women, right?
Yeah. Well, so the first special was 5 comedians, female comedians. Yeah, and the special was called "They Ready," and they
Were
all
you
do
in it?
half an hour. I wasn't. I was up for it. In my mind, according to Tiff. Yeah, no, I wasn't. But she actually was like, when you get 10 years, you know, anybody that was on the special had to be doing stand up for longer than 10 years.
So
Yeah.
they're ready.
Yeah, they're ready. Wow. Yeah, she was giving them a chance, and she was throwing the rope back. So
Yeah. Who was on that special? Ida's great.
Marlo.
I don't think I know Marlo.
She was doing comedy. She started with Tiff. She's like one of Tiff's best friends. So Marlo got a spot. April Macy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Ida
been at it a
Rodriguez.
long time.
Yeah. Yeah. And
then,
these women were really deserving of getting their
Have you ever had, what's your big break? What was your biggest thing on like television or whatever it was?
I did stand up on Carson Daly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Not easy. That's a tough gig. I did that.
You did?
Oh, horrendous. Wasn't it? Please tell me yours was horrendous. You gave me the look just now. I have to tell you something. I hope you're watching the video. She gave me the look like, yeah, that was a great gig. And I'm going, that was horrifying.
Okay, all right. You have 2 specials out, 3 specials?
I got a lot of specials, but that one wasn't. I want that thing sealed, just sent away, some... Burn it. It was really difficult.
It's hard for me to
They
watch
thought I was good. They thought I was good. To me, it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audience is like far away. They're bussed in. The whole deal was not good, as my memory serves me. But you had a good set. You're pissing me off now.
I had a fine set. Carson wasn't there, but...
What?
Yeah, no. They taped it separately.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell does that mean? He's not there?
Yeah, no. They did like...
I did an interview with him.
Oh, no.
I did a spot and an interview.
No, they interviewed me. Just the camera guy interviewed me. So it was like its own separate, and then they cut in between my set. So it was like a Courtney Scheuerman montage.
Did they have like a dummy of him you're supposedly talking and looking into the dummy's eyes?
No, it was really great to be a guest.
Now you can say, I did Carson.
Yeah.
Which we're growing up as a whole other thing.
I know.
That's what you wanted to do, is be on Johnny Carson. That was like the goal when you were a kid.
Then you got a TV show.
Yeah, yeah. He would give you that okay sign. Oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah. Nobody does that anymore. There's no place to really be discovered.
Yeah.
I'd say America's Got Talent, maybe, but I don't see anybody with any sustained career, except if they go to Vegas. I don't see anyone being a television star from that, right?
Yeah. What's funny about you saying that is I got a call to do Carson from the booker. I forget her name, but she called and she was like, I'm the booker from Carson Daly. I'm calling to see if you'd like to do... Like, she didn't reach out to my agent or anything, my manager, nothing. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was like a prank. I was literally like, who is this? I thought it was like somebody, fucking with me. Like, oh my God. And she said she had seen... I was like, where did you see me perform? And she said that it was at Saddle Ranch at Universal Studios. And I was like, you've got to be shitting me. So, like, yeah, there's no...
Saddle Ranch, where they had a one-night comedy
Yeah, it was
thing?
one night a week. They were doing it Wednesday nights. Just
Really?
like a comedy night, yeah.
I know that
It was
place.
like a bar.
Yes, that's a
show.
bar.
Yeah.
So, like, people are on, like, the little fucking bull and shit?
Yeah, I don't
They're
even
riding
think...
a bull while you're doing your stand-up?
Yeah.
Oh, what we go
outside,
through.
And you're inside, and I was literally, like, horrified because I was thinking, I don't even think I was doing material. I think there was, like, 3 people looking, so I was
Never know.
like, talking to them,
Yep.
and she was one of them, so...
So she asked you to be on Carson Daly.
Yeah.
And what about, have you ever been asked to do like America's Got Talent or anything like that?
I've auditioned for America's Got Talent.
You have?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I've auditioned a couple times. I auditioned with Preacher Lawson.
Oh, he killed it.
He killed it.
I'd say that's one person that did make it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That did
I'd say-
really well from there. Yeah.
Well, he launched from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough with the no shirt though, okay? Like, stop doing that. All right,
Vegetarian.
preacher? What's that?
I said he's a vegetarian.
I know he is, but he's got the pecs and the abs, I just don't need to see that. I have a dad bod. I'm not...
Yep.
He has his shirt off all the time. I've never had my shirt
He's
off.
a gorgeous man.
I know. Okay. You don't need to rub it in. Okay. Oh my God. Yes, he is a gorgeous man, and he delivers. He's another guy who does it with passion and glee. And you can tell he's really happy doing this. And
Very
so
nice.
that's one discovery I'd say from America's Got Talent, but they're very few.
Yeah.
Because it's not set up for comedians.
It's not.
I'm surprised you would audition.
You know what? It's funny that you say that, because I had, especially being an actress and being like, that is what I want to be doing, which is so hilarious to say.
You want to be doing the 2.5 minute sets, be judged by mean people?
No. I being an actor, I've always been against this idea of judging
And competition.
Yes. How do you judge art?
No, you can't.
How do you say that this is better than that when somebody's performing? But I got in that state of mind where I'm like, I got to move to the next level, and people are getting a buzz from doing the show, you know? So
Yeah. I mean, there aren't a lot of choices out there.
yeah,
I was thinking about going on America's Got Talent.
I think you would do really well there.
No, I was going to not go on as me.
Oh, what, yeah.
I was going to go on as, because they're very popular, a zombie. Right? Mm-hmm. So you go on as a zombie, dressed up as a zombie. They're always wondering who this guy is. And I just do, I've got tons of material, but now they're not going, that's Craig Shoemaker and, all that. Because it's The Walking Dead. I would go out as The Walking Dead. But isn't that a great idea? Come on, I thought this out in my mind because my kids love the show, and I could go on. It's like I'm not going to get Masked Singer because I'm not as famous as I used to be. So I can be the masked comedian, right? The zombie. Yeah. You don't think it's a good idea?
We should talk about something else.
Let's talk about you.
I don't know. I don't know what works anymore. I don't.
Right? There's no formulas anymore.
No.
And you're trying to follow the formulas and you get in trouble. Go down a windy road that leads to nowhere. You just have to be yourself.
It's also following somebody else's how Tiff made it is not how I'm going to make it. Like everybody has their own path here. So
yeah, that's crazy. Well, her path led to taking away my business manager. But anyway, I hope that's not your path. I've had a long time wife. Don't take my wife away.
Do you have a new business manager?
No. Sort of. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just so bad at it. I just have somebody paying my bills for me.
Good.
Yeah. We don't do well with stuff like that. We are meant to create.
Yeah.
That's what we do best. Do you ever create with anyone? Do you collaborate?
Yeah.
Bounce things off of different comedians?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you know J. Chris Newberg?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He's my panda. He's one of my best friends.
Well, tell him that, as a matter of fact, I'm trying to have him on this show. He flattered me I got this ping or whatever they call it, something out of it, on this app that he's on. Oh my God, I'm blanking on it. There's too many apps out there.
Instagram?
No, the one where they talk, everybody gets in a Clubhouse.
Oh, yeah.
He talked about me on Clubhouse. I was the first comedian he ever saw.
Oh, he just told me this.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
He mentioned it on Clubhouse. So then I went on and somebody said, you should go. They're talking about you. So I went on and hung out in Clubhouse.
Oh, cool.
The 2 times I was on, I had a good time. I should go back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not on Clubhouse.
I like live people. I like it. This was a fun live hang here. I hope you had a good time today.
I did.
Okay,
really
good.
did.
Tell Chris you had a good time. I hope he'll do my show. Courtney Scheuerman, who should spell it differently. How do we find you on Instagram?
Courtney Scheuerman.
No. You can't just say that. You got to spell the shit.
Courtney.
Not that part.
Scheurman.
See, folks, you figured that fucking name out. I'm proud of myself just for getting through the name today. Anyway, Courtney, it was a real pleasure. And you're going to tell J. Chris Newberg, tell Courtney Haddix. I'm Courtney Haddix.
Tiffany
Haddix, what she did.
I will.
Just so she has some guilt.
Good.
But anyway, so real pleasure being here. It's called Enlightened Up, and I hope you got a little light and levity in your life today.
I did.
All right, and good luck with everything. I'm so happy for your sobriety, too. Congratulations on that.
I appreciate it.
Not an easy thing to do in show business, especially stand up when we're in bars all the time. I congratulate you for doing that. Stay on that path and keep doing what you do. And I'll see you soon. I hope you go see Courtney opening with me on a putting green somewhere in Thousand Oaks, Los Robles Country Club. Come see us. And remember, give it the light touch out there, all right? We got a lot of darkness, a lot of anger, a lot of rage going on. Everybody's mad at one another. You know, I'm not being Pollyanna here, but let's cut that. You know, let's just cut that in half, cut it in a quarter. Let's work on our mindfulness, our consciousness, our being good to people. You know, have a higher consciousness to you and bring that love out to the world. Bring more laughter, more levity, more joy. It's such a much better way to live. I love living like this. This has been a pleasure to have Courtney as a guest and my guests hanging here. We hope that you're catching the vibe. You're, downloading us and putting us in your ear pods, buds, whatever the fuck you call them. Anyway, let's do this together, all right? This is my message to you. We're going to do this together. We're going to start a movement. We're starting a movement. We're not protesting. We're just being ourselves, and that we are meant to be light beings, all right? So just remember, take this with you and lighten the fuck up, all right? I'll see you next time.